Okay, we're here with our student Rita to talk about writing expressions. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do two things here. We're going to turn words into math, and we're going to do it with some pretty simple examples, and then we'll use some multi-step examples, okay?
Okay.
All right. Should be pretty easy. We just need to use some terminology and figure out what the words mean in terms of math. So let's do a few. So add t and 7. How would you write that with math?
T plus 7.
Very good, okay? If I had said the sum of t and 7, would that be the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, okay? How about this? The sum of 4 and 3x, what would that be?
4 plus 3x.
Very good. So are you doing addition here? How about this one? Subtract 8 from r.
R minus 8.
Very good. How about this one? 8 less than 2r.
2r minus 8.
Very good. Okay, and how about this one? The product of 3 and x.
3 times x.
3 times x or just?
3x.
3x. Very good. Okay, so just a few pieces of vocabulary that we used here. So when we use the word add or sum, we're talking about addition. When we use subtract or difference or less than, we're talking about subtraction. And when we use the word product, we're talking about multiplication. Okay?
Okay.
All right, let's do a multi-step example or two over here. So 4 less than the product of 3 and t. So now it's getting a little bit harder for me, at least, to remember what all that means. So I like to break it into parts. So let's just look at that second part here, which is the product of 3 and t. What's the product of 3 and t?
3t.
Good. Okay, now what's 4 less than that?
3t minus 4.
Very good. Okay, so when you break it into parts, it all of a sudden becomes pretty easy to do it. Okay, let's try this next one here. The sum of x and the product of 6 and y. Okay, so again, let's break that into its parts. Let's talk about just the product of 6 and y. What would that be?
6y.
Okay, and then what's the sum of x and that?
6y plus x.
Okay, or?
X plus 6y.
Both of those work, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so really this is about two things. One is knowing which vocabulary to use, and the other one is making sure when it gets to be a multi-step example that you break it into parts. Okay, you're good to go.